What's up? This is Casey from Casey's Customs. In this series, I am building a hot rod truck for under $1,000. In this video, we start to finish off our side windows, we chop the vent windows, and we also go over the giveaway. Let's get going. Before we get started here today, I want to say thank you to everybody that got into the giveaway. I even said in the video, I said it's probably going to take a month. It might take a few weeks to finally sell out all the stickers. Stickers were $100 each. When you buy a sticker, you get entered to the giveaway. We ended up selling them all out in 12 hours. We had so many people hitting the website, hitting the credit card processing. It actually was glitching, so we had to tweak a couple things, but we ended up getting it all figured out. So thank you to everybody that got entered. Not only was it super quick, I got a lot of messages while people were paying, hey, I never do these, but I wanted to do it to support you. That means so much to me, so thank you very much. I'm a normal guy. I'm not doing a giveaway where I made people buy, 50,000 t-shirts like some of these other guys do, and, the money just goes to their second beach house in Cancun. I'm a real guy. The money goes to my shop rent, goes to updating tools. We're going to be updating some cameras so we can get better quality video. Thank you very much to everybody that got in that. Today is Tuesday. We should be uploading this at about 10 a.m. Knowing Richard, my video editor, he's probably running several hours late, so it'll probably be 2 p.m. by the time it comes out. But we're going to do the raffle drawing Tuesday at 7:30 Central Time. So that will be today, the day this video comes out. We're going to be doing it at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to do it all live. We'll go live on YouTube. I'm going to try and go live on YouTube and Facebook. That's where most of the stickers were sold. It's all going to be live and it's all going to be recorded so you can re-watch it. Everything is done with a random number generator. I don't have any control of it. We just, click a button and it shoots up random shit. So we're doing the giveaway for the truck. That's first place. Second place gets $1,000. Third place gets $1,000. So if you don't hear your name drawn on the truck, don't trip out. You got 2 more chances to win a couple $1,000 basically. So thank you very much. Let's get on with the episode. So, on the last video, I had asked, what do you guys think? Should we do the side windows? Should we not worry about the side windows? Overwhelming response, people said you have to do the side windows. It's not an option, they got to be done. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, I was originally going to do a one-piece window, but since my budget is kind of cutting it close, I think I'm at $875, I want to use what I already have, and what I already have is vent windows. I actually have 4 of them. I have 3 of them as spare parts, then I have 1 of them still in the door. So, I'm going to try and cut these up. They're all kind of frozen. I'm going to try and cut these up and see if I can't use them. The original ones that were in these doors were shot. They were just rusted solid. I had to break them loose. I had to cut them to get them out, so they weren't usable, but luckily I have some spares. So, in the spirit of the build, I'm going to try and save some money and kind of rework these and see if I can't work them. If you're new to the channel, this is actually a chopped top, chopped 2.5 inches. So these vent windows are not going to match at all. We're going to have to cut them and reshape them and do all kinds of fun stuff. But it'll be free, so let's start doing that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the vent window out of my spare door that I have. And be real careful. This door actually isn't rusty like the other ones, so I'm going to unscrew everything the way it should, take it all out. Hopefully I can kind of learn how it goes back in without screwing it up too much. This one should... Uh-oh. I jinxed it. Nope, okay. Everything should come unscrewed on this one, so I should be able to actually reuse all this shit. There we go. So I got a screw there and a screw there, and they're rusted completely solid. This one's rusted so bad it doesn't even have a head on it. I'm gonna have to drill these out. I'm not happy about it. This thing's really pissing me off, but we're gonna do it. I've been fighting this a lot longer than I thought I was going to. Oh, I just broke that too. Oh, what a shit show. Okay, here's what we have. Got that door stripped, piece of shit. I know I jinxed it when I said, oh, it's all rust free and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that sucked. Anyways, I have 2 tracks. I had to cut one of them to get it out of the door because the door was in a bind. 4 windows. What I'm gonna do now is take the windows out of the channel so we can start cutting the channel up and getting it to fit in here. So I gotta strip these. I put a bunch of lube on them. Ayo, and hopefully they pop out. Let's see what happens. Okay, I got all these stripped. Oop, that's the wrong one. Got all these stripped, now we gotta start fitting them. Obviously this has been chopped, so a lot of stuff isn't gonna fit very well. The good news is, my corners should technically be the same since I took 2 inches out of here, 2.5 inches out of there. So, I'm gonna cut right here on this, see if I can't get away with just cutting it there. Sometimes with these you have to just reshape the entire vent window, which will suck, but we'll see what happens. I might get away with it. Ooh, I like that. Alright, let's double check her in. So we know it fits that side. What I'm gonna do is I'll double check it on this side as well. And I see no reason why it shouldn't fit, but we'll still double check. Perfect. So now we know, I just have to make this again, essentially. They are one-sided though, because this is where the little knob goes when you swing it. So they are one-sided. This is obviously for the driver's side, but we just need to make this exact size for the passenger. So let's do that. Okay, so we have both of our frames cut down. We're good to go. Now it's time for the actual window frame to get cut down. These are actually glued in. There's like no way to get it out. You can heat it up, sometimes pull it out. Best way is just break it and pick out the shit. So let's do that. I'm gonna put some shit on before I get glass everywhere. So I got some WD-40 on these. These are not broke loose, and they need to be. That's what actually locks your window in, as it opens and closes. I want to break those loose before I start cutting it and fitting stuff, because once I put them back in here, I don't want to have to take them out again. They don't really like it coming out. You got to beat them. I don't know if you can see, but this is actually tapered, so they kind of wedge in there real good. And then you have a little, little spring that holds it. But I don't want to be putting it on and off and just wear all that out. So I want to make sure these are broke loose. And then what we need to do is fit the glass frame to the window frame, if that makes any sense. I've done this before where I worried that this matched the door real well and cut it and tried to work, That doesn't actually matter. It just needs to fit this now. There's a gasket here. It has, certain spots are like an 1/8 inch too small on purpose for the rubber. So all you need to do is make sure these fit, and then you put the whole thing in. Don't try and put it in pieces and rework. Basically, you don't need to rewrite the book on this shit. We just need that to fit in that. But I'm going to let this soak for a couple hours, and then I'll come back to it and try and break it loose, because right now I cannot get those to turn at all. So we soaked these overnight. Check it out. Broke loose. Works perfect. I'm happy. Life is good. We go to turn this one and it just snaps off. So, gonna have to replace this. I don't even really know how to replace it. It looks like there's a little shaft that's pressed in. I don't know, we're gonna figure that out though, because none of my others have it either. So, apparently these just rust out all the time. But, let's go ahead and get these cut. These ones, obviously it's important to have your frame straight. It is extremely important to have the actual window channel straight. If this is crooked at all, your window won't go in, or even worse, it'll go in far enough until it breaks, which, is a horrible thing. So, I got a little tricky situation here. My hinge bolts on there, so we have to keep that in mind whenever we're cutting this. In theory, we should be able to cut it, make it fit, and it should bolt back up, but it might not. So if I have to end up moving those or whatever, we have to take that into account. Now, let's get to trimming. All right, let me show you this piece I just made. I said earlier how this frame has to be perfect. Can't have any bends in it, can't be crooked, can't have anything silly because this holds glass and it's gonna be under pressure if you put any bend in any of that. Also, if you don't get the inside smooth, when you put it in, it'll end up cracking. So what I decided to do, I was trying to make a jig, you know, out of like C-clamps and holding it all together. And then I just realized the best way to, ow, fuck, that's hot. Okay, hold on a second. All right, round two. So what I did, ooh, it's even hot with the glove. What I did was I made a piece of metal that is exactly the size of that channel, so I can actually wedge it in there. What it ended up being was a piece of 3-inch plate, and then I welded a little piece of 18 gauge sheet metal on there, so it was like a funky size. But you can see, it goes in there perfect, and then we can just wedge this in here. I might not be able to do this one-handed, but I can wedge that in there, and then I know it's perfect both ways, this way and that way. So now I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my C-clamps to kind of hold this in the jig, and I will wedge that back in there. It's really tight, which is what I want it. And then now you can see the frame is perfectly flat. And I know it is because there's a piece of big plate in there. You know, nothing can give in a plate. Now I need to get that gap a little closer. I'm gonna throw a couple tack welds on it, that way I know everything's nice, and then I'll take it all back apart, fully welded out on the bench. Bada bing, she's all done. Got it all welded up. It fits good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna see if I can cheat and use this one on the other side, kind of like we did when we took this frame and made sure it fit the other door. I'm gonna see if this would work on this side. Now granted, my thing is backwards. The handle should be on this side, but it's the wrong one obviously. But what I wanna see is if this size is gonna work. Looks like we're good. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. So what we can do, we got lucky when we did this on the frame, but I wanted to double check. What we can do now is we just need to copy this one. Check it out. We got chopped vent windows, baby, and they are working. Woohoo! We need to install these in the truck and make sure they still work whenever they get in there. Sometimes they can get in a bind when you put them in the truck. Usually they actually work better in the truck, but we'll see. Let's throw them in real quick, and we're gonna call this an episode. Baby. Cool. Gotta do a little trimming on that, but I don't hate it. It'll actually come over just a little bit, but we're good. We just need to start getting glass fit. I'll make a template out of this. My rubber should actually go up to there. I don't love that, but I need to make a template out of that, and then a template on our side glass as well. Vent windows are in, baby. I gotta do a little bit of trimming on this because it's not mounted very well, but also gotta make sure it's level and shit. But good news is it clears all my window track. So also we'll get to shorten the window track. It's, you know, it's obviously a little bit shorter, so that'll help with spacing and shit. They're in, I don't hate it. I certainly don't hate it. They always look cool chopped to me. One piece would be cool as shit too, but for now we're gonna rock with this and see what happens. Who knows? This might end up pissing me off and I'll cut it all out, but for now, we're rocking with it. We'll just make some templates. I got some plexiglass, and probably make it out of plexiglass first, and then I'll know all my shapes are good, and then we'll take that over to my glass guy, have him cut it all out. Flat glass is super cheap, which is nice. So, but I'll probably make it out of plexi first, but it's getting late. It is like 2:30 on Monday morning or however that works out. So we got to get a video out this week. So it's a good stopping point. Thank you guys very much for watching. This is always kind of a fun thing to do. I've chopped several vent windows before, and it's kind of cool because they're still little intricate moving pieces, but everything has to be shortened because we chopped it. They look a lot better than I thought too. Originally I wanted to do a one-piece window, but I kind of like these. I might still end up cutting them out and getting rid of them, who knows, but we're off to a really good start. Hopefully the next video we can get some templates made and start fitting some of this glass and getting our windows to roll up and down. The giveaway for this truck is going to be at 7:30 tonight, so make sure you tune in for that so we can see who gets to win this bad boy. And thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff they tell you to do at the end of videos, and check out some more of my other videos. Peace.
I've really been addicted to you. All of my attention I've been giving to you. Caught up in my feelings, I got feelings for you. Caught up in my feelings, I got feelings for you. On my mind, I can't lie. On my mind, I can't lie. Pull you down till you dry. Pull you down till you dry. All the time, ease my mind. All the it feel just like the ocean. I can't lie, I've really been addicted to you.